ambapo Tume ya Uwiano na Mshikamano wa Taifa linaweza kuhutubia wanahabari. Tupate mbashara.
That constitutes ethnic incitement, vilification of others, incitement to cause harm, or advocacy of hatred based on any ground of discrimination contemplated under Article 27, Subarticle 4 of the Constitution. Article 33, Subarticle 3 further requires every person in exercising the right to freedom of expression to respect the rights and reputation of others. Article 10 enshrines national unity, human dignity, and social justice as binding national values. The National Cohesion and Integration Act 7N render ethnic contempt and hate speech as criminal offenses. These are not aspirational ideals. They are legal obligations binding upon every Kenyan without exception. Therefore, we condemn in the strongest terms possible all forms of hate speech, ethnic contempt, political incitement, and violent rhetoric, irrespective of the political affiliation, social standing, or public profile of those responsible. No political cause, however, passionately held, justifies the dehumanization of fellow citizens. No electoral ambition warrants the inflaming of ethnic tensions. No grievance, legitimate or otherwise, excuses the incitement of violence against any person or community. We are equally concerned by the misuse of digital platforms to spread divisive content, coordinate harassment campaigns, and amplify inflammatory material. Online hate speech carries the same legal consequences as utterances made in public. Those who believe that the anonymity of a screen or the speed of a share exempts them from accountability are mistaken. The Commission is monitoring both the fiscal and digital spheres with vigilance. We remind all political leaders, elected officials, aspirants, party officials, and opinion shapers that leadership is not a license to divide. It's a solemn obligation to unite. Those who occupy or seek positions of public trust must demonstrate by word and deed that they are worthy of that trust. Leadership that thrives on fear, contempt, and division does not serve the nation. It endangers the nation. No one is above the law. Political influence does not confer immunity from accountability. The Commission will not be deterred by rank, prominence, or affiliation when discharging its mandate. Any individual, regardless of position, found to have violated the National Cohesion and Integration Act 2008 will be subject to the full range of remedial and punitive measures available, including prosecutions where the evidence so warrants. Kenya has traversed difficult chapters in its democratic journey. Hard lessons have been learned at considerable cost to human life, dignity, and nationhood. The Commission appeals to the memory and conscience of every Kenyan. The peace of this nation is not given. It is built day by day through deliberate choices made by leaders and citizens alike. As the country navigates its current political terrain, the Commission calls for a decisive return to issues-based politics and not personality politics. Citizens deserve political discourse anchored in policy, governance, and the public good, not ethnicity, hatred, or fear. We call upon political parties to enforce internal discipline and ensure that their officials, candidates, and supporters adhere to constitutional and legal standards of conduct in all political activities and communications. Parties bear direct institutional responsibility for the conduct of their members and cannot distance themselves from the consequences of the toxic environments they permit or encourage. We urge the political leaders to model restraint, measured language, and genuine respect for political opponents. Leaders must actively denounce hate speech and incitement within their own formations. Silence in the face of intolerance is itself a form of endorsement. We implore our youth, who are at the forefront of this nation's political energy and immense potential, to reject the manipulation of their voices and their presence as instruments of political intolerance. Kenya's future belongs to young people. That future is best secured through peaceful, constructive, and lawful engagement, not through violence, harassment, or the pursuit of political agendas that serve others at the expense of national peace. We urge all citizens to exercise responsible communication, both offline and online. Before sharing, amplifying, or endorsing content, every Kenyan must confirm the content does not promote division, contempt, or hostility. Each citizen is a custodian of the peace. We are actively, at the moment, monitoring political discourse across all platforms, including mainstream media, social media, public rallies, and formal political proceedings. Our monitoring mechanisms are operational, up and running. Our legal instruments are clear, and our resolve is firm. The Commission will not hesitate to act where evidence of hate speech, incitement, or ethnic contempt is established. The Commission will pursue the full range of measures available under its mandate. The Commission also invites members of the public to report incidents of hate speech and political incitement through its official channels. It's time for collaboration. We call upon Kenyans to reject division. Our diversity, including our ethnic, religious, linguistic, cultural, and political plurality, is not a weakness to be exploited for narrow gains. It's a strength to be honored and a foundation upon which a great nation continues to be built. Unity does not require uniformity. It requires mutual respect, shared values, and a collective commitment to the idea of Kenya above all.